Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys an update to my Ojama Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for May 2018. Been wanting to give you guys an update to this deck for quite some time now. Still a big fan of the pure Ojama, and with some of the new support that has come out, not even specifically for the deck, but Buddy Force, been testing out with the deck as well, just because I feel the card does have potential, and it does definitely help with some, swarming for this deck for sure. So I thought I'd bring you guys a deck profile. I might do a, ABC version with the Armed Dragon support to get out that big fusion that Ojamas have later down the road. But for now, we'll stick to the pure version. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So to start off, for the Ojama monsters, 3 Ojama Yellow. So run the same numbers for Ojama Yellow and Ojama Black, and also for Ojama Green, 3s of each. I just find it the best, just since you have options with all these cards, whether to swarm them to the field when you have Ojama Red and use them for link summons, or you can use them as the cost for cards like Ojama Country, if you have all 3 different ones on the field with Ojama Delta Hurricane. You have fusion options for King and Knight, just plenty of ways to make full use of all of them. If you run 2 of each, you just go through your resources so fast, and then there'll be times where you want more from your deck and you just don't open them up or have any left. And I also run 3 Ojama Blue. Now with this, he sets up so many of your plays. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 2 Ojama cards from your deck to your hand. Search out Ojama Country, Ojama Muscle, you name it. It just gives you so many cards you can search for your different plays. So most of the time, I just like to bait out my opponent. They destroy it, obviously, and then I get my searches off. And next turn, I can really go with a lot of different ones, especially if I add Ojama Red and I have plenty of vanillas in my hand. Speaking of Ojama Red, just 2 Ojama Red. That's the pretty standard lineup between red and blue, 2 reds and 3 blues. Mostly because you don't really, if you use this guy too much, you will burn through all your resources, so there's never really a time when I need more than 2. I tested it out with 3, and every time I was on the 3rd one, at most I could just get 1 Ojama from my hand, but the first 2, first or second time, I would always have at least 3 Ojama special summon to the field, and most of the time by the 3rd one, you should have your board pretty full anyway, with no need for more than, 2. And that's it for the monster lineups. Last time I ran the raccoons in it just to speed them up. I really do like the pure Ojamas. You don't really need anything else for the pure Ojama plays for the deck. The raccoons, I basically just gave you a 1-card option, so you didn't really need them for any of your faster plays. If anything, you just had to, wait for the flip effect, and by then, you could have done so much more with just the Ojama cards. But moving on to spells, 3 Ojama Country. This card, field spell, you once per turn send 1 Ojama card from your hand to the graveyard, 2 special summon 1 Ojama monster from your graveyard, and while you control a face-up Ojama monster, switch the original attack and defense of all monsters on the field. Now with link monsters, obviously it's not going to affect them at all, but you still can boost up your Ojamas and take care of a lot of your opponent's monsters. I remember one match I swapped and they had an Igniter on the field, so it had 0 attack to my Ojamas 1000. Took it out very easily. They didn't see that. Well, they should have, obviously, since it was Ojamas, but either way, really took care of that issue for me because I didn't want anything to be shuffled the next turn. And also 2 terraforming just for easy searches for the country, because with this you can search out, basically descend the Oja magic to get more Ojamas from your deck to your hand off the Ojama magic search, but then still use it for the discard for this for the special summon. So just remember that when going off of all your different Ojama plays. And for Oja Magic, 3 of it as well, just so you can search out your black, yellow, and greens easier. You can send it off of cards that run Twin Twister in this deck as well. Oja Magic, you have plenty of options to get this card in the graveyard. I used to run the hand destruction, but I just find that it was too much of a minus for some of your cards, so you have better ways to get off. As long as you get your field spell going, you have ways to get rid of Oja Magic. And also 3 polymerization, just so I can make the Knights and the Kings. Kind of my bigger play is also with the attack swaps, having a 25 and a 3000 attack point monster, preferably over their defense with Ojama Country on the field. So easy fusions, no other searches, just running 3 of these. If you don't open up with them, you still have other searches other plays to go for in an Ojama deck. and also 1 Ojama Delta Hurricane. Might try some different numbers, 2 and 2 if you want. I like the 1. It's searchable, you know, most of the time. You only need the 1 because after you destroy their field, you should be able to go for a pretty big game build once, you know, you have nothing to worry about on their field. And also, I run 2 Dark Factory Mass Production. Just recycle your normal monsters from your graveyard back to your hand to have fodder basically for your Ojama country. Just special summons for red as well. Options to go with this card. Same with Tri-White. I run 2 of this as well. This is a special summon from the graveyard. If you fusion into Ojama King and you go big with the fusion play, obviously they'll all be in your graveyard. Then you can use Tri-White to special summon them back to the field to have more monsters to go for. And also, I run 2 Foolish Burial Goods. This is for your Ojama duo, so you can use the graveyard effect easier, so you don't have to necessarily get the special summon for the tokens to your opponent's field. It'll give them more resources that way, and you can just send it to the graveyard to get the special summon off. And also 2 Twin Twister. This is the discard. If you discard Ojama Magic, you'll get the search, plus the destruction of 2 cards. Back row can really hurt a lot of cards like Ojama Red, or just your big fusion summon when you invest into it and you don't have the means to special summon back to the field, you know, cards from your graveyard, like if you had Soul Charge or your, what is it, Tri-White. That's the name of it. And speaking of Soul Charge, to finish up the spells, 1 Soul Charge, just options. I know you have plenty of ways to special summon the Ojamas from your graveyard, but you also, you know, want to be able to get some of your other cards back, like your Link monsters to reuse as well, for extra deck plays if need be, so just good to have that in the deck. You don't really use your life points or anything either, so making sure you have some use for them with the Soul Charge, obviously. And moving on to traps, 3 Ojama Duo. You special summon 2 Ojama tokens to your opponent's field and defense position. These tokens cannot be tributed for a tribute summon, and each time one is destroyed, its controller takes 300 damage, and during either player's turn except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard to special 2 Ojama monsters with different names from your deck. So you can get Ojama Blue out to the field, or any of the vanillas for this card. I don't really like to make red with it, just because red needs to be normal summon to get the effect, but easy special summons, and with Foolish Burial Goods being able to send it, you just have that play to go off of. Even on your opponent's turn, if you send it, can't activate the turn you send it, obviously, but next turn you have kind of like a little shield, or, you know, bait them out by summoning the blue to the field. And I also run, to finish up the main deck, 2 Super Team Buddy Force Unite. Now, when this card first came out and saw the Ojamas on the card, I thought, you know, this card would definitely run well in an Ojama deck. And I was right. I do like how it playtests in the deck. For those of you that don't know what Buddy Force does, you target 1 face-up monster on the field, special summon 1 monster from your hand or graveyard with the same original type as that monster's, but with a different original name. And if this card in its owner's spell and trap card zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can set 1 Super Buddy Force Unite directly from your deck to your spell and trap card zone. Now, I might bump this up to 3 and drop Duo down to 2 and put in a 3rd one, just because of the options of where you can special summon the monster from, hand or graveyard, meaning you have more graveyard plays to go off of, obviously, as well, and just more set options. If your opponent, you know, takes care of this card and destroys it, you have another one ready to set next turn to activate. Definitely a lot of fun. I think definitely worth the investment for the deck. It's not that pricey of a card either, so you have options to get a playset for a good price and then just really go troll hard with this deck and this card. Definitely that easy special summon for sure. And that is it for the main deck. We'll move on to the extra. I run 2 Link Spider. Now, the Ojamas obviously aren't, you know, level 1s, so you can't use Link Karibo to make them out, but Link Spider, easy links, just need a normal monster, and then you have that 1000 on the field, and then another additional extra deck. Just 2 though. If you are missing a card from the extra deck that I show you, and you just need another option, you can put the 3rd one in. You have plenty of vanillas, obviously, to run to make use of all 3 of them. Just, you know, easy links, and then you can use the Link Spiders to go into another bigger monster. We don't have Maxi to worry about, so you can go all out with those plays for sure. Plus 1 Proxy Dragon, 1 Akashic Magician, and 1 Underclock Taker. For the other Link 2s you can run, easy to make Akashic and Proxy with them. Just remember, Underclock needs to be an effect monster. For the Link 3s, 1 Decode, and 1 Topologic. The Topologic definitely does come in handy with the easy special summons you can do to take care of cards and spell and traps on the field to finish off some burn damage with your opponent. Just remember with these 2 as well, effect monsters to make them. And also 1 Borreload to finish off the Link monsters. If you want to take out either the Trisbana or the Decode, you could try a Bomber Dragon, but really, you just really need to go off with your Link plays to get all these big monsters, since obviously normal monsters can't be made for most of them, but after that you can get plenty of extra deck monsters to make them too. Also, 1 number 64 Ronin Raccoon, make an easy token with this card for big monsters. 1 Phantom Knight's Cursed Javelin, kind of like the effect negation to get over big ones as well. 1 Gotchi, Defense Shield, 1 Downer, actually 2 Downer in the extra deck. But the thing about the Downer, I will bump it down to 1 just for the final 2 cards in the deck. 1 Ojama Knight and 1 Ojama King. I was looking for a second Ojama Knight, and I would take out the 1 Downer for a second Knight, just so you can make use of all 3 of your polymerizations in the deck, and you don't really need 2 Downer, if any at all. You might want to even replace the other one for another rank 2 if you have it. Other than that, still a good option just to make use of your, already fully used Exceed monsters. But yeah, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next time, Kira Twig out.